Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fragrance review. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate the support. And in this video, I'm very excited to be talking to you guys about a fragrance by the company Bois 1920. This one is called Itruk, so stay tuned. Now, I want to start off the review by saying that if you are interested in purchasing this fragrance or any other fragrance by Bois 1920, you may do so at Barney's. I'm going to leave all of the information down below. And at least this way, you can guarantee that you're getting an authentic product. Now, this fragrance is an Oriental Woody. The perfumer is Enzo Gallardi, and it was released in 2015. And what I like about this fragrance is that it's bold, it's daring, and it's even a little bit aggressive because it has a lot of smoky nuances, an incense top note, and a lot of black and pink pepper. But let's go ahead and start off the review by taking a closer look at the presentation. Now, the box actually comes with this sleeve that covers the perimeter. Nothing going on at the back or the sides, just Bois 1920 on the front here. And then here is the box. I'm not going to open it, but there is an informational pamphlet on the inside. I love this gold holofoil border. And then you have, I believe that's a Greek letter here on the side. I'm Greek, I should be ashamed of myself. And then over here on the back, you have some information about the company. Really love the attention to detail. Information at the bottom here with the serial number punched into the bottom right-hand corner. Now, as far as the bottle is concerned, here you have it. It is an opaque bottle, so you can't really see how much juice you have on the inside. Here you have a wooden cap with Bois 1920 engraved into it. The name of the fragrance can be located on the bottom on a sticker. Nothing going on at the back. The cap does not click into place, and the distribution on the atomizer is very wide. And that was the presentation for Itruk by Bois 1920. Now, I am a huge fan of spicy fragrances. One of my favorites is Poivre 23 by Le Labo. I also have a Clive Christian fragrance that has black pepper, pink pepper, and even white pepper. In this fragrance, you are going to get the black and pink pepper. I get more black pepper than anything because it is quite strong, especially in the opening. Once you first apply it, it is going to come off rather loud. It's bold, it's aggressive, and it's a daring composition. It's not for the faint of heart. Now, it does become a little bit sweeter as it starts to dry down. You do have a note of tonka bean into the mix, along with some other spices like saffron and cardamom, which really serve to spice up the composition, as it were, and it makes it for a very interesting blend. Now, Enzo Gallardi, I think, did a fantastic job with this one because it's dominant without being domineering. It's authoritative without being an authoritarian. It's the type of fragrance that's really going to garner compliments in the regard that it smells so unique and so different. And I know it has a lot of notes in there like pepper and spices that, like I said, they're not for the faint of heart, so they're not going to have that universal appeal. But towards the dry down, you will see that this fragrance starts to really open up. The warmth really starts to come out. The incense really gives us a sort of ecclesiastical feel, although it's not an Avignon by Comme des Garçons in any regard, but it's such a well-blended fragrance to the point that it's going to intrigue people. People are going to turn around and ask you, what fragrance are you wearing? What do you have on? I know this is one of those scents that really will make people want to ask you what fragrance you're wearing. There's just something about it that's quite polarizing. It's intriguing. It warrants that sort of inquiry, that sort of unabashed inquiry. I'm smelling it again, and you can tell the level of complexity is unmatched in this one. This is the type of fragrance that you would wear on a night out on the town. This is reserved for somebody who is very confident in him or herself because it is marketed as a unisex release. This is for somebody who is very established in his or her way, not for somebody who wants their standard fresh, citrusy, aquatic, and I love those fragrances too. And I think Bois 1920 makes a lot of great fragrances like those. Acqua di Mare is one of them. That's the first. Dolce di Giorno is another really, really good one. But with this one, it's definitely for the bold, very sort of set in his or her way person, somebody who is very confident. Let's go ahead and finish off the review by taking a look at my rating. First up, I took a look at the uniqueness and the overall smell, and this is a very unique fragrance in the regard that there's really no other scent that I can quite compare it to. I know I made some comparisons to Poivre 23, but at the end of the day, this is its own scent. There's really no other fragrance that smells quite the way that this one does, and the blend of notes in this scent is unique. Everything from the tonka bean to the vanilla to the resins, to the incense, to the pepper, to the spices. There's a lot going on in here, and you really get your money's worth. Next up, we have longevity. This is a beast mode performer. You're gonna get 10 plus hours, and I was smelling this all throughout the night. I woke up the next morning. I remember I had done a spray on my arm, and it was going strong. Projection is loud for the first 3 to 4 hours. It does become a skin scent up until the 8th hour mark, and dare I even say that's when the scent is most addictive, because those nuances and the undertones really start to reveal themselves, and it has a very addictive sweet smell. Next up, we have versatility, and I have to be honest, the versatility is compromised a little bit. I wouldn't wear this one in the hotter weather. I also wouldn't wear this one casually. One, because of the compositional nature, but two, also because of the price. And I don't think this is catered toward a younger demographic. This is reserved for somebody who is very mature, somebody who's very established, and I would even go ahead and say 30 and up, or a mature 25-year-old can pull this off as well. The presentation, I think, is fantastic. We went over that in detail. And if I were to give this fragrance an overall score based on my personal preference, I would give this a 5 out of 5 stars. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. That was my review of Itruk by Bois 1920s. If you are interested in picking up this fragrance, again, I know Barney's carries it. I'm going to leave all of the information down below, so definitely make sure to check it out. And again, don't blind buy. Always see if you can sample it in store or get a sample online first. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was my review. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have experience with any fragrance from this company, I would love to know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to subscribe for future videos, and remember to enable notifications by clicking on the bell. Remember, I smell well so you can smell good. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.